Today I'm sharing with you two of my all-time favorite granola recipes. The first one is a traditional granola recipe, good for everyday use. So for that we need 3 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats. Don't use instant oats or steel-cut oats. To that I'm adding half a teaspoon of cardamom powder, half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 1 cup of almonds roughly chopped, half a cup of pumpkin seeds, 1/4 cup of sunflower seeds, just a pinch of salt, and we're going to give this a good mix. You can change up the nuts if you like other nuts, if you want to add more seeds or less seeds. And then in a pan on low heat, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, half a tablespoon of homemade nut butter, 1/4 of a cup of honey, and 1/4 cup of maple syrup. So once everything is in the pan and the pan is on low heat, we're going to mix everything until everything is well combined. We want a smooth mixture here, something like this. So once that's done, we're going to take this mixture and put it in the bowl with the rest of our ingredients. We're going to give everything a good mix until all the oats are well incorporated with the wet ingredients. And on a baking tray lined with parchment paper, I'm going to add all of our oats mixture and spread it around evenly. When you bake this, the sides are going to be browner than the inside edges, so you want to make sure that the edges are more or less the same width as the center. And we're going to heat it up on a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 25 minutes. So after 20 minutes, mine came out of the oven looking deliciously golden brown like this. If you don't like chunks in your granola, then you can mix it right when you take out the oven. But if you like a little bit chunky granola, you mix it a little bit later when it cools down. And I'm also adding today some cut dates here for this granola, but you can use any other dried fruits, cranberries, apricots, anything else works really well. I'm just crumbling this up until some of it is a little chunkier. And the way I like to store it is I put them in an airtight container, cereal container, and they're ready to go. They last outside on your shelf for at least a couple of weeks, if not more. Next up, I'm sharing with you one of our decadent granola recipes. So again, let's take 3 cups of oats. To that, I'm adding half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of carrot powder. If you want a little less chocolatey, add less carrot powder. I'm adding 1 cup of hazelnuts because I love hazelnuts, but you can cut that down. Half a cup of pumpkin seeds, and I'm going to mix everything together until everything is well incorporated. Now for the wet ingredients, again on a pan on low heat, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, half a tablespoon of almond butter, 1/4 cup of maple syrup, and 1/4 cup of honey. Let's give everything a good mix here until everything is well combined and smooth. We don't want this to be heated on a high heat. We don't want to burn anything. We just want it to be smooth like this. And once it's smooth like that, we'll put the wet ingredients into our bowl with the dry oats and other ingredients. We're going to mix everything up. And once everything is well combined, we're going to transfer it on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. And again, we're going to put them more or less same width throughout the pan so that one side, all the sides get cooked evenly. And once that's done and we've spread it out evenly, we're going to put them in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 25 minutes again. So after 20 minutes, they come out looking nice and chocolatey like this. And if you want your granola to be chunky, wait until it's cooled down a little bit before you start to mix them up like I'm doing here. But if you like your granola without chunks, then mix them up as soon as you get them out of the oven. So we're going to break them into small pieces, leave some chunks, leave some powder. And we're adding, to make it even more decadent, we're adding about 1/3 of a cup of chocolate chips. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I'll see you in the next video.